that is divinely channeled for the divine masculine message to the divine feminine. And today's topic is all about why the divine masculine feels in his heart that the truth is that his twin flame, his counterpart, his true divine feminine, is far superior to anyone else, to any soulmate out there, or and regardless of the outer experience that you are experiencing, your outer reality. This is true because you and your twin flame are created as one to be romantic partners. And so, yeah, let's just, start looking at the cards in a minute here. I'm also going to do a little smudging because I think that that is fun. And if you want to, at home, if you like clearing your energy with some crystals, some smudging, why not? I think it smells good, it feels good, and what more of a reason do you need? And if it works for you, right, like then all the better. Like if it just seems to enhance your reality, then that's great. So yeah, this is Palo Santo. I think it smells really nice. And I've started to do it on my YouTube lives. Guess I'm getting a little less shy about that. And if you're joining or watching, I should say, after the live, just know that you're watching this at the perfect time for you. And that, it's divinely guided. And also, let's check out this opal for a minute. I feel like we could use some, or not opal, sorry, some, why am I totally blanking on what this is? Well, it's a very beautiful crystal from, is it opalite? It's from Sedona, and I don't know if you can kind of see the colors in it. I'm having a little bit of a blanking moment, but I just felt called to pull it out, and I don't have the little thing right in front of me, so that's okay. Yeah. But it's a nice heart, and it's nice to have things around you that enhance your space, that make you feel feel good again. But that all starts with the inner work that you do and loving yourself, and then you're going to attract more things into your reality that feel really good, whether it is a little heart crystal or a crystal countertop, which is a little more extensive, right? So one thing leads to another, if that's what you desire. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle some cards and see what the message is. We're going to start with the Rumi deck today. This is the Rumi deck by Alana Fairchild. The artwork is by Dooley. I think. Oh, I should also. I started burning a candle that is right here, so that's very beautiful. But I'm going to blow it out actually, because when I shuffle the cards, the flame gets blown, and that could be a little too much air energy with fire. So the first card is Hand of Fatima. And this is really pointing to the fact that you are grounding more physically the truth of your union, what it can look like, what it can feel like, what it can be for you and for your twin flame, and that your twin flame is doing the same thing. So the divine masculine is also feeling more in his body and his physical self, and what that really then means that he's desiring, in his entire reality. And that, of course, includes his divine feminine. But this is a little bit of a rest period for the divine masculine too. So, we all need rest. It could just mean like a reminder to rest as well if you're the divine masculine watching this. But it's like give each other space. Even if you're in perfect union, you're still being yourselves, right? And at the same time, recognize the truth. So keep going deeper with the truth. And so the divine masculine's message to the divine feminine right now is don't let go of the truth in your heart, even if he's testing you on it, even if you're triggered or whatever. That's going to also help keep your mind and your heart focused on the spiritual work that you need to do, which is essentially loving yourself for you to be able to create that momentum and really harmonize your union. And so let's pull the next card. The next card is the All-Encompassing Hand. So that's interesting. A lot of hands here, okay? The hand and the hand. And you can see that they are basically complementary colors as well. And so we have some more upper chakra energy here, and then we have some grounding, sexual, sacral chakra, power, manifesting, abundance energy here, and you're being held in doing that. And the divine masculine is actually like, and really encouraging that that you keep going with the direction that you're going in, and you're supported. And he's feeling inspired. He's feeling inspired by his divine feminine in his heart. And he also, he needs inspiration in his life too. So he's seeking that out. You're always on the same wavelength as your twin flame. And so if you are going deeper into your spiritual awakening, there's no way that your twin flame isn't doing that and meeting you there somehow, even if it looks different on the outside, because you might be handling one piece and him another, or her, again, if you're the DM watching this, because it's not very efficient to always be working on the same exact thing, right? Like, it's just not the most synergistic way a lot of the time. And so the divine knows this, and that's why he created you perfectly to work with each other and live your life purpose. The next card is Beyond the Threshold of Fear. So that means that there has been some fear. There has been some fear that you're releasing, both as the DM and the DF, but the divine masculine is being a little more honest about it, a little more raw about it, because he's moving past it. And when you move past it, that's when you can really get to that place of like vulnerability, but also courage at the same time. So yeah, that's a really good sign. It's number 25, so it also speaks to like the first quarter of something, so something kind of on that first stage of manifesting. The next card is Star Mother, how do you say that? Arrakis. Okay. Beautiful card. I mean, if you love stars in sky, if you're a sucker for that kind of stuff, maybe you're into astrology like me. I mean, you could see my background. It kind of matches. Yeah, that's pretty. So yeah, anyway, this card is about embracing your creativity. So it does go pretty well with the All-Encompassing Hand card right here. And you can see, though, again, this is more upper chakra energy in a lot of ways. The colors and all, and I mean the subject matter is of space. And but it is inviting you into that sacred creative process, and so perhaps receiving a download. And this also goes for the divine masculine, that he's receiving something beyond what he's received before, something that feels new to him, new information, new feelings that feel good and that promote the harmonization of your union with him. So that's a very good thing. You don't need to make anything happen there, but something that you can do as the divine feminine is just embrace where that creative energy is flowing in your life and build some momentum there at this time. That's going to really help clear some blocks, not only to your life purpose, but your twin flame union. So you might be a little more focused on one or the other, and you might be surprised that sometimes it actually leads to a block clearing on the other side, so to speak, of something that you're not actually focused on. So don't be too focused on expectations then in a specific area. Do stuff because you honestly are desiring to do it, essentially. Let's pull one more card from the Rumi deck. I surge on the uprising wave of love. This is all about not going against the tide. This is all about going with the flow. There's a surging energy. Okay, this is more of a masculine energy, of a yang energy, you know, like up and outward kind of thing. You don't want to go against that energy. So the divine masculine is asking the divine feminine to like go with the flow with him. And so there's something where there's an energetic lead from the divine masculine right now. So just feel into that as the divine feminine and trust that, you know, you can like relax into that, and then you're both going to be more inwardly relaxed in your heart space. And that also promotes and attracts your union to you naturally, where you're not trying to figure out the right thing to text and say, or, you know, I don't know, smudge your way into union. Anyways, so whatever kinds of, you know, tactics you're trying, just remember it is the inner work, and there are links below where I can totally help you. It can help you with coaching. So weekly coaching is an excellent way to get started. Now, I don't want to go too much into detail. This video is not all about ascension coaching, but it is a big part of the process, that along with coupled with Jeff and Shalia's work, which really ascension coaching is, it's all a part of the same system that is going to just like take you right where you want to go. It's going to take you right where you want to go in the harmonious twin flame union. So you're just going to be right on your way. All you need to really do is take the steps. And like I said, you know, all the info is here for you. So you just get to decide if you're willing to take a next step. So let's pull some different cards from a different deck. We're going to go with the lovely Crystal Angels by Doreen Virtue, who, as you probably know, is not in the oracle world any longer. That's okay. I also wanted to mention a dream I had that was actually a soulmate dream, and I think that it will perhaps help you watching this. I had a dream that I married a soulmate in my dream, with like the marriage, and a family member had like kind of, I guess, like found this guy, knew this guy, and was like, you know, he's pretty attractive. He's not married, so you guys should get married. What do you think? And I was like, well, okay. and then I was like, well, why? Yeah, why did I say okay? And then all of a sudden it's the wedding. And, you know, he turns to me and he's just like, I'm going to need to smoke a cigarette after this. And I'm like, okay, do whatever you want. I really don't care. And, you know, I was like, okay, I was just thinking about the positives. I was like, what am I doing? And then I said yes. And there was no kiss or anything, you know, I mean, it was a dream. Okay. So, but my family was there, and it was just this weird vibe of like, I had finally made it into like a hell that wasn't too bad. It's like so hard to explain in a way, but the vibration of it was like, okay, you can relax. You're going to be miserable for the rest of your life, but now you can relax because you're not also not going to struggle. And you definitely don't want to struggle. And so you got out of that, and your family approves. They're going to step on your shit a little bit. They're going to make things, you know, kind of not so great for you. But they're happy that you chose this because that feels comfortable to them. And so, yeah, I was thinking to myself in the dream, well, at least taxes will be better. It's probably a very Capricorn thought. I thought that was really funny. And then by the end of the dream, I was like, well, maybe this guy's my twin flame. I mean, he's kind of attractive, and like, yeah, like we can just be like passionate and stuff when we need to, and then kind of do our separate little things. How's this gonna work? I don't know, you know. And then I kind of woke up, and I really had to sit with it for a while to realize that, like, you know, it was just taking me through an experience that, thank goodness, I don't have to experience in real life. And that's fine. You know, a lot of people do experience that kind of thing. And we all have our things that we do experience that we have to work through. For me, that one got to be worked out in a dream. So I'm grateful, and it really taught me, it really attuned me to the difference between what a soulmate feels like. Of course, there's a big range of that, and you might not always be aware if you're not aware of your twin flame journey yet, versus your twin flame. And so it helped me like figure out or feel into where like I'm still like climbing out of that matrix, if you will. And also I feel like it helped me understand where other people might be at and how you can climb out of it too, in a more like refined way. Because I have the work, I can help anyone do it with the work that I know. But this really did, yeah, it was a breakthrough. It was like a real understanding and a feeling that I now just understand, you know? So I feel like what this is bringing up is that your divine masculine is also realizing this, like there is an awakening, going on uh, just on the whole planet for twin flames, for people who are choosing to be with their twin flame. So if even one twin flame is choosing it, it does mean that you both are choosing it in truth. And so it might not like look that way on the outside. That's okay. You have to trust the truth, like the truth of the twin flame dynamic, and be very careful about who you listen to about the truth. That's why I suggest Jeff and Shalia and their work, and then I'm gonna like teach that too, like everything on my channel is about that. And so then that way you're not going to get any separation consciousness, and if you are keeping your consciousness pure, that's automatically going to play into your union, so you don't need to worry about what your twin flame's doing. But the divine masculine right now is coming in to this awareness as well, about like, yeah, hey, I don't want to settle, like this feels bad. Okay, so both the divine feminine and the divine masculine are having this awareness of like, yeah, actually settling's definitely not what I want, and I do kind of know what that feels like now, and so I know even more of what I don't want and why it's worth it to keep going and keep loving myself beyond and out of that, because you can love yourself to a certain extent and achieve something that turns into settling, or you can keep going and that's your ascension. So let's go back to the cards now and see what card that whole message brings up. Well, I think this is perfect. It's a diamond for like real marriage, and it's value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So, and yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's the absolute perfect message for what all of that brought up. And so, yeah, the divine masculine is valuing you when you value yourself as the divine feminine, and vice versa. If you're the divine feminine and you're feeling not so good about your twin flame, your divine masculine, then there's a chance that the divine masculine, when he's really loving himself, that you suddenly don't feel that way anymore. Because that's kind of like the magic of twin flames, is the mirroring thing. And when you are loving yourself, your twin flame is more attracted to you. And when you're loving yourself completely at the core, your twin flame is just plain old fully attracted to you there. And that's how you harmonize your union, and recognizing that truth. So we're going to pull like 2 more cards. Titanium Rainbow Quartz, multifaceted. So this is like a very like nuanced card. It's a little more ambiguous. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person that you're asking about. So if you have a question about your twin flame right now, or maybe you're asking, is this person really my twin flame because they're not talking to me, or like, there's this other guy that seems more interested, or whatever. It's multifaceted. The only way to get to the truth is to feel your feelings, do the inner work, and the truth is going to be revealed. Now, you might actually already feel like you know the truth, and so it's safe to go towards that. Go towards what you actually feel and not gaslight yourself. If you've been gaslit as a kid or even as an adult, there's also a good chance that you're just doing that to yourself when you kind of maybe know more than you think about yourself. And so it's important to let that go so that you can really heal in that place and become more confident. And the last card is wellness. That's interesting. Jade. And we have the beautiful scepter there for wellness. And I mean, jade, so beautiful. This is healing your heart chakra. The recovery of health and wellness is here. Yeah. So just be grateful for what you have. You know, be grateful for the health that you already have. Be grateful for the home that you have. Be grateful for what you have at this time and really ground into that. And that's going to help promote wellness in your entire being, including spiritual wellness, and help you call in the resources you need. Doesn't mean spiritually bypassing or not. Go ahead and get upset, you know, curse to the moon if you need to about whatever you're upset about, even if it's stupid, and even if you do sound like a spoiled brat for being upset about it. But also recognize on a deeper level, like, how blessed you are, and that's your true foundation, that peace, and that will actually help you move through those other feelings more, you know, more peacefully, essentially. Like, it's like when a kid gets all upset and you're like, oh honey, you know, but you don't, if you know, you don't really need to tell them not to go through their process. That's not always helpful. Same thing for yourself. So just feel into that, and there's links below for how to do the mirror exercise, spiritual work, and everything. And like I said, I can help you with that if that's something that you do want real accelerated help with for your twin flame union. That's really gonna put you permanently in that place of harmonious twin flame union. And not only that, but then attract your life purpose that's right for you. Or I should say, I mean, your life purpose is already with you, but the circumstances, the, you know, everything that you need to really live it. So that's the final card, but I feel like pulling one more, so we're gonna do it. Calcite, busy times. Busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reason for being busy. So this is one way of saying drop into your heart space. Don't get too mental. Feel your emotions. This is Scorpio season. There's some deep emotions there, so this is a great time for that inner healing work of feeling your feelings. And feeling your feelings always promotes then being able to bring love there more easily, which then in turn magnetizes your twin flame to you. And just like, you know, this video is suggesting, it really is true. Both twin flames recognizing that, you know, this is for them, the twin flame dynamic, the harmonious twin flame union, instead of settling, instead of something that is of just less, that they are worth, you know, everything, is really like, it's perfect. It's valuing your self-worth. And that's exactly what's going to do it. That's exactly what is going to bring you together and essentially help you ground your heaven on earth. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you feel called to. Of course, I love seeing new subscribers. It's always really wonderful, especially when you can like see who's subscribing. But even when it's anonymous, it's also completely awesome. And hopefully one day I'll have so many subscribers that, you know, I can't even, like, it's like so hard to see who's subscribing, but right now I still can, so that's fun. I also like getting to know everyone in my audience. So yeah, take care and have a wonderful rest of your week ahead, and I will see you again soon. Bye, peace, and here we go. Bye.